I'm Barry Drake and I present the Drive Time Sports Show here on CRY104FM every Friday from 5 till 6, and we're looking forward to a very big night that's upcoming at the Youghal GAA Club on Magners Hill, and that of course is the CRY104FM Cheltenham Preview Night. I'll be doing the MC on the night. I'm very excited about it. It's taking place the Friday before Cheltenham, so excitement will be building, and as I said, Friday the 10th of March, getting underway at 8 o'clock sharp. It's going to be a night to remember.
Barry, this one is going to be a big one in particular. And can you tell me about it, because it's the first one in many years? Why is that?
Yeah, that's right, Mick. Look, unfortunately with the whole COVID situation over the course of the last couple of years, we were unable to hold our Cheltenham Preview Night. We had one on the radio last year I should say, very successful. But look, it's great to be back. We're looking forward to welcoming a big crowd to the wonderful venue there at Magners Hill in the Youghal GAA Club. There's
nothing like having a full house, a screen and a top panel.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And look, we have the top panel, so we're just urging, all supporters of horse racing to come out and support this night. The panel will be headed by Youghal legend, of course, two-time Grand National winning jockey, champion jockey, multiple big race winner, Cheltenham Festival record, like no one else. That's Davy Russell, the big local man, back from retirement. Mick, of course, it looked likely earlier on this year, of course, when he retired, that was it. But he's back in the saddle, and we give him a way to give him a big Youghal welcome on the GAA Club on that Friday, the 10th of March. Other members, of course, we have Johnny Dineen, who's turned into a social media sensation over the course of the last couple of months. A professional punter, bookmaker for many years at the festival. He's not afraid to voice his opinion, and he'll have a lot of followers as well on the night. We have Tommy Lyons, who's a leading tipster for the Irish Examiner, the horse racing correspondent there. Another shrewd judge. He'll no doubt be fancying plenty of horses for the Cheltenham Festival. He'll be in Cheltenham for the week, covering it for the Examiner, and he's going to be a big hit as well. And of course, Martin Murphy, what a man, a regular on the Drive Time Sport programme here each and every Friday on CRY104FM. He works for Horse Racing Ireland. He's making the trip from Kildare, and as I said, he's a fountain of knowledge in the world of horse racing, and I can't wait to see him on the night as well.
Can you tell me the kind of logistics that goes on behind us with CRY's input into this?
Exactly, Mick, I suppose. Look, we start by trying to get a star panel together, because there's plenty of previews around the country. We put together our panel, and we can't thank them enough for their continued support. Of course, it is a fundraiser for the upkeep and development of CRY104FM, and I think it's one of the cheapest previews you'll find worldwide, just €10. Many of the previews costing much more. So look, we're all about getting people in to enjoy the night. We've sourced some great prizes as well. We'll be having a raffle on the night. We've got plenty of support from people in the locality. We've targeted local press down into West Waterford and up into East Cork to tell them what's going on. So look, we're just hoping that we'll get a big crowd on the night, because at the end of the day, it's a chance to see a star panel for a very small amount of money, and you're supporting the local community radio station in the process.
Is it one of the kind of highlights, or one of the biggest outside broadcasts you do in the sporting department?
Yeah, it definitely is. Look, and as I said, I'm really looking forward to it. To have the likes of, Davy Russell, Johnny Dineen, Tommy Lyons, Martin Murphy, willing to offer them, their time for free for us is a major plus. And obviously, I'm so passionate about horse racing, and with the likes of Davy Russell, who we've been, supporting over the course of the last decade or two. He's treated us to some wonderful days. Of course, he brought the Donkey Derby, he brought Tiger Roll, and all those great days to Youghal, and they're something that will be talked about for many years to come. It's going to be his last Cheltenham Festival, I would imagine. So look, it's a time now to come up and listen to the likes of Davy Russell and support the local radio station as well. So as I said, it's going to be a night to remember, and we can't wait.
Who's involved in the sports department?
Look, we've had a fantastic sports department over the last, I suppose, couple of decades. You have the likes of Derek Kiley back in the day, Will Downing, a man that went on, to much bigger and better things, with Patrick Mulcahy, who was involved here a couple of years ago. He went on, he's working for RT Radio 1 now, among others, the Irish Examiner stream. You Jordan McCarthy, another great man involved here in CRY, Eugene Crotty, You know, and even myself, when I started probably, you know, 7 or 8 years ago, I was fortunate enough to go on and still work for the Echo. I'm working for Greyhound Race in Ireland, do commentary at local Greyhound Stadium. So it's a real stepping stone, an opportunity for people to go on and work in media. At the moment, we've Daniel Carey Power, who's another, you know, wonderful young fella. He's been giving us a great hand here over the last couple of weeks, and we look forward to continuing working with Daniel going forward. So look, there's opportunities here for people to get involved. You know, you won't get this experience anywhere else. You'll be on the air. They'll train you how to use the equipment, and you know, I'm lucky to be involved in it, and we're very fortunate to have it within our community. Mick Sheehan has done, you know, great work for us. You know, his programme on a Saturday morning is as popular as ever. The breakfast show 8 o'clock and Saturday morning. Mick is a great help to us, you know, and always there to give us great advice as well. Jordan McCarthy has done great jobs in previous years. The likes of Patrick Mulcahy. I think it was me and Jordan that jointly hosted it a couple of years ago. So look, I'm delighted to be doing it on the night, and as I said, just hoping for a big crowd now on the night.
We can't go without mentioning the famous Noel Cronin. What's his input into it?
Sure, Noel is fantastic. He'd always give you a great backing and encouragement, whatever kind of fundraiser you're doing for the you know, community radio station here in Youghal. He always gets behind us, and you know, we're lucky to have him as part of the station as well. And you know, he's, as I said, he's always there for advice and stuff like that.
Barry, will you be taking questions from the audience?
Oh, we sure will, yeah, definitely. Look, we always do that. And I suppose, look, we're hoping to start at 8 o'clock sharp, and I've been at many of these preview nights over the last number of years, and, you know, like, we won't be hanging around either. We won't be keeping people there all night. This will be over for about 10:15, because that's one thing, I suppose, a negative to some preview nights in recent years. They go on far too long. People just want the tips, bit of banter, a bit of laughing along the way, and we'll provide all of that on the night.
Speaking of tips, have you any tip yourself for what's happening?
Oh, tips, yeah, look, you know, it's really hard. I think Facile Vega, you know, might return to form in the Supreme Novices Hurdle in Cheltenham. It's trained by Willie Mullins. It'll be ridden by Liz Gould, Middleton jockey Paul Town, and disappointing last time. You know, its odds has drifted, you know, out to around 3-1. I think it's a backable price, and I think Facile Vega could get punters off to a flying start come Prestbury Park there in Cheltenham on the first day, on the Tuesday. So Irish Eyes hopefully will be smiling after that.
The festival of the week of the year.
Yeah, it sure is. Look, it's 4 fantastic days. You'll see the people that wouldn't normally have a bet will get involved for Cheltenham, and you know, Davy Russell is always a big following here in Youghal. You'll get everyone that will be having their couple of quid on Davy, sitting back and enjoying it, and hopefully we'll be roaring the Youghal men home to a couple of wins over the course of the 4 days. So yeah, he'll be the man we'll be shouting for.